What's up everyone, this is CyberKnight, and today I have my Noble Knight deck profile for you guys. So yes, of course, this is going with the brand new Link monster that was just released in Extreme Force, as well as a new spell card, and also this is going with the brand new Banlist for February 2018. So now we have, like Monster Reborn and Solemn Judgment to add to this deck too. So, yeah, a lot of changes have happened, and the Link monster just brought a ton to Noble Knights now, and I think now they're way stronger than they were, and I gotta say, a ton of fun to play. So let's go ahead and go through the cards. Alright, so starting us off, of course, I am going with 3 of Noble Knight Medrot. Of course, this is like one of your main cards, so you gotta have 3 of these. And then after that, to go along with it, 3 of Noble Knight Boars. So yeah, these 2 Noble Knights are pretty much your key cards for everything. I mean, that's the way it's been since before the Link monster was released. It's the same combo, but it's a really good one too. And since a lot of people don't really know a lot about Noble Knights, I'll go through the combo with you guys real quick. That's the reason I kind of zoomed out too. So basically, like I said, you need 3 of each of these. And for your opening hand, or even later on, if you get Medrot, that's what starts everything. So let's say it's first turn, okay? You have Medrot in your hand. So it's the only one on your side of the field, you summon it. Then after that, you need a Noble Arms in your hand as well that you can equip to it. For this example, I'm going to go with Caliburn, but there's so many ways you can go for any Noble Arms. You have so many in the deck. You should have one of them easily in your hand. So after that, you equip Caliburn to it. You can then use Caliburn's effect, give yourself 500 life points, but also then Medrot gains his effect. So first off, Medrot becomes a level 5 effect monster, and then it gains its effect where if it's the only Noble Knight on your side of the field, then you get to bring out another one. So with that, we're going to go with Noble Knight Boars right afterwards. So then you special summon Boars. Caliburn would be destroyed because you use Medrot's effect, but then Caliburn, instead of going to the graveyard, it can re-equip to another Noble Knight. So then you would equip it to Boars. Again, after that, since it's been technically destroyed and was able to come back, you can gain 500 life points again. That's the reason Caliburn's really best for this combo, but pretty much any of them work that can, come back from that, which is most of them. Then, of course, you can use Boar's effect, where he also becomes a level 5 monster and actually gains the effect being able to choose 3 of your Noble Arms cards from your deck, and your opponent gets to choose 1 of them. You get to add that one to your hand, and then the other 2 will go to the graveyard. So for this example, I'm going to go with Noble Arms Gallatin, Noble Arms Excalibur, and Noble Arms of Destiny. So it could really be any of these, but yeah, it doesn't really matter. It's whatever ones you want to go with in your situation. But for this example, we're going to use these 3. Alright, let's just say my opponent chose to give me Gallatin, and then the other 2 are the ones that went to the graveyard, okay? Alright, then since you have Gallatin in your hands, you can equip it to Medrot. Alright, now you actually have 2 level 5 monsters in your side of the field. And also remember, with Boars' effect, it doesn't destroy Caliburn like it does with Medrot. So it's still equipped to Boars and still level 5. Alright, so then with the combo, all you gotta do is then you can go for an Xyz summon to then bring out Sacred Noble Knight of King Artorigus. So you can go for your rank 5 Noble Knight Xyz monster. That will then get rid of Caliburn, and it can't re-equip because it's already done it once already. But Gallatin, on the other hand, can. So you can just bring it back and re-equip. As long as it's one of the ones that re-equip, you can do that. Otherwise, though, you still have Artorigus' effect, where he's able to get the Noble Arms from your graveyard and equip them to him. So then you can then bring back Caliburn, equip to Artorigus, then Excalibur, then also a Noble Arms of Destiny. So then you get to equip all of these equip cards to Sacred Artorigus, and he's gaining all these effects. So then you can actually use Caliburn's effect again, and you've gained 1,500 life points during this whole thing, and of course gives it attack boost. Same with Gallatin will then give you an attack boost, help you from effects, make it so they basically have to destroy your monster twice with Destiny. So with all these things, you're getting a very powerful Xyz monster. You can just do first turn. This is a combo you can easily do, and like I said, there's enough cards making it so you can search for Medrot, and even one of your Noble Arms to easily go with this combo. So yeah, that has not changed. I wanted to explain that real quick. Some people get confused by that combo. That's what they do. That's the reason I like Noble Knights, and I always say that the Xyz version is really good, because you can do things like this and equip everything. Then after that, I'm also using one of Noble Knight Dristan. Dristan's good because he can help get rid of problems. I mean, you equip a Noble Arms to him, you get to destroy a card. There you go. He clears certain problems for you, and it's just a one of Noble Knight. Great to have for that reason. After that, also have 2 of Noble Knight Gwaine. Gwaine's good because, like I said earlier, a lot of these Noble Knights, not all of them, but a majority anyway, count as normal monsters until they're equipped with one of your Noble Arms cards and they gain their effect. So with Gwaine, all you gotta do is have a light normal monster side of the field, and you get to special summon this card. Basically, just makes it so it's an easy monster to bring out, which then can help you go for your Link monster, Exceed Summon, whatever you want to do. So with this, you can easily bring it out with Medrot and other things too, because, you know, he's a normal monster if he's not equipped with anything. So a little bit different from the other combo, but still something that can work for you as well. Then after that, I'm also using one of Noble Knight Gualchavad. He's kind of like with Dristan. You want to just have one of these. Comes in handy. He can help recycle some of your monsters. And I feel like he's worth having at least one of for that reason. So his effect does come in handy for that. And again, he is one of those that counts a normal monster until he's equipped with something too. So kind of helps with Gwaine a little bit as well. And then not only that, I'm also using 3 of Noble Knight Brothers. So yeah, this card just got way more amazing because of the Link monster, because basically, first off, what it does that helps out the deck anyway is that when you normal summon Brothers, then you can choose 2 of your Noble Knights from your hand and then special summon them as well. So you're getting 3 monsters out of this, which then you can Exceed Summon with that, or Link Summon, or whatever. It's just a way to swarm the field on that. So that's good in itself. But the thing that's amazing, and especially with our new Link monster, is that second effect. Because first off, with our Link monster, what it does that helps specifically with Noble Knights is that you're able to send some of your Noble Arms and Noble Knight monsters from your deck to the graveyard to then be able to special summon a warrior monster. So basically to special summon a Noble Knight. Which then, you know, is great because you have access to choose one of your Noble Knights, get them out on the field. But the thing that helps with Brothers is that he's able to recycle your Noble Arms and Noble Knights. You're actually able to get them from the graveyard, send them back to the deck, and draw a card. So basically, from that, these two set up a cycle where you're able to special summon, and then recycle, and then draw a card. And you can keep using these back to back. So Brothers just became way more useful because of that, and they work so well together. And basically, too, when you're summoning this, you're getting 2 other Noble Knights that you can special summon. You can Link Summon for that easily, and there you go. You can use their effects together to basically, like I said, just get an easy special summon and draw a card right afterwards, recycling your cards. So it works really well, and that's the reason I'm running 3 of Brothers for that, because it just became an amazing card after the Link monster, and yeah, way more useful than it was. After that, I am using 3 of Merlin. Merlin is really straightforward. He can help you search for a Noble Knight. I still think he's great to have for that reason. And you can easily, you know, go for an Exceed monster, even your opponent's turn using his second effect. So either way, comes in handy for you. I mean, obviously on that. Then, of course, 2 of Gwenevere, Queen of the Noble Arms. This card is basically just another Noble Arms. I mean, just think of it like that. It's a monster, but it's just basically another Noble Arms for you. Another one, too, that's a great one that you can send to the graveyard using Boars as well, because, yeah, just gives you some extra effects, a little bit of attack boost, too. So, again, just pretend she's one of the equip cards, really. And then, last but not least, I'm using 2 of the hand traps. I'm going with 2 of Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit. So, both these come in handy, and, yeah, I mean, everything uses hand traps these days, and I'm going with kind of the cheaper option, I guess, really. But, they really come in handy for this deck, too. So, yeah, it helps you out. Now we're moving on to our spell cards. So first off, I am using, of course, 3 of Glory of the Noble Knights. So yeah, this is another one of the brand new cards that count Extreme Force. It's a rare in that set, and it helps out Noble Knights a ton. I mean, basically what it is it's a card that can help you, when you have a Noble on your side of the field, you're basically able to search for one of your Noble Arms and equip it to it. So with this card, Medrot, that just sets up that combo I showed you guys earlier a lot faster. And of course, that with like Dristan can also make so you can destroy a card on the field. Basically, just another searcher for your Noble Arms and to get it on the field as quickly as possible and make your monsters have their effects or even just make them stronger. And then next up, basically, we're just going through all the different Noble Arms. So first off, 2 of Noble Arms Caliburn. Like I showed you guys earlier, this one really helps out because it's one of those that can return, and also you can gain a lot of life points from it. I mean, like 1,500 easily just from the combo I showed you at the beginning. So it's great to have. You only really need 2 of them. Then, of course, 3 of Noble Arms of Destiny. This card's great because, like I said, it makes it so your opponent has to destroy your monsters twice. So, little extra protection for your monsters. After that, 3 of Noble Arms Excalibur. This is the one that helps you with effects. Not only that, it's also like a rank-up magic, too. Then I'm using 1 of Noble Arms Gallatin. And then the one I can never say right, which is Noble Arms Aphrodite, I think. I'm probably mispronounced. I know most people just call it Noble Arms Arf, so that's probably what I should call it. Either way, just 2 good Noble Arms to have, because one that will power up your monsters, and then one that can get rid of set cards, which with all the back row we're dealing with lately because of the ban list, yeah, that's great to have for that reason. So that's the reason I'm using one of those again. Then after that, pretty much our one-of spells. So I have Reinforcement of the Army. I mean, with it, you're able to search. Monster Reborn. We have Monster Reborn now. Use it in every deck, honestly, because it is what it is. Soul Charge. I go through a lot of monsters, especially with that Link monster. Being able to bring them all back, it works great for that reason. And then Regeki, because there are some faster decks out there, and sometimes I want to even up the playing field. So there you go on that. Then, of course, moving on to our trap cards, I'm using one of Solemn Judgment, which is kind of like I said, with Monster Reborn. It's off the ban list now, so pretty much run one of them in everything is how I feel about it. And then also two of Solemn Scolding. Because with this card, you're not dealing with a lot of set cards because you have all your equip spells and everything. So this card's amazing with Noble Knights. I mean, you can just negate more stuff with it. And honestly, it's a better option than Solemn Strike because I was trying that at first and you can just negate more with this and it doesn't hurt you because a lot of your back row stuff is going to be face up. So yeah, it's a great option to have. Works really well with Noble Knights. All right, now we're moving on to the extra deck. So first off, I am using two of Isolde, Two Tales of the Noble Knights. So yeah, this is the brand new Link monster, and it is amazing. Not only can it work really with anything that involves warrior monsters, but the reason it's so good in Noble Knights is because of that second effect. I mean, it really makes it so it's something that helps out Noble Knights because you're able to get a bunch of your Noble Arms to the graveyard, which then can work with Arc Sea monsters because they're able to, when they are summoned to your side of the field, they're able to get the ones from the graveyard, like I showed you from the first combo. They can do that really easily. Then even with brothers, you can cycle these together and then put them back into the deck and draw cards from it. And then you're also getting the special summon from Isolde. So basically, it just does a ton for the deck, adds a lot of consistency too, which is just insane, and you gotta have two of them. Then, of course, I'm using a couple other Link monsters. I'm also using one of Decode Talker just because it is a generic Link monster you can use. Works well in everything, so it's a good option. And Borlo Dragon, just because Borlo Dragon works well in pretty much everything too. And it's one of the better Link monsters that can just do a lot of damage, and taking one of your opponent's monster stuff too just comes in handy. So yeah, I mean, they're great options to have too. You can use other ones if you want, but those are the ones I recommend the most. After that, then we're moving on to our Sea monsters. So I am using three of Artorigus, King of the Noble Knights. So yeah, that is your original Sea monster. And yeah, I mean, he's ridiculously easy to bring out. There's not much else to say other than that. Also, whenever he does have a lot of the Noble Arms equipped to him, he basically becomes a Harpy's Feather Duster. So that's the reason I didn't have any kind of, spell trap card destruction, because he does it all for you. I mean, it's so easy to bring him out. You can do it in first turn, even instead of going for Sacred Artorigus. It just depends on your situation. Then afterwards, of course, I'm also running three of Sacred Noble Knight of King Artorigus. This is your other monster that you're going to bring out all the time, like I showed. In that first combo, he is ridiculously easy to bring out. You don't always need Excalibur to actually bring him out. And when you equip everything to him, he is tough to get rid of, unless you have a Kaiju. Yes, I know, that big problem will always be a pain in the butt for Noble Knights. So that's something we just can't escape. It's just what it is. But this card is still something, though, that can get really powered up, and also it has a destruction effect, too. So either way, comes in handy for you. You can clear the field with its, its first, like the rank 4 version of it, then rank it up into this, even get rid of another card if you want, and just power him up and go for a ton of damage with it. Either way, works really well for you. Another one you'll bring out really easily. And then pretty much everything else, just a bunch of rank 4 monsters you can throw into this deck. I mean, this part of it really doesn't matter, just kind of whatever you have. So I'm using one of number 39 Utopia, of course, S39 Utopia Prime, and then I'm going with number S39 Utopia the Lightning. Just a great option. You guys know I run this basically everything that goes rank 4s. And I'm using this instead of like Excalibur because, Heroic Excalibur, because you're getting 5,000 attack instead of 4,000. And since I'm using the extra material, then I'll be able to do it twice. So that's the reason I'm using that instead of like I said, Heroic Champion Excalibur or even like Blade Armor Ninja. I feel like that's the better option and it's generic. So that's pretty good. Then, of course, you got to have Castell, and then also number 41, because they're just great rank 4s to have. And yeah, like I said, it can be switched out for other things, but those are the best option. And yep, there you go. That is my Noble Knight deck profile. So, of course, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I hope the combos that I showed really helped you out, because those are pretty much the main ones I feel like you guys need to know. And I hope that you guys want to see, more like combos and stuff in future deck profiles too. I know it makes these videos a little bit longer, but I want to try to show you guys what Noble Knights are able to do, and being one of my favorite archetypes because I just love using them. They're just a lot of fun, and I just love everything about them, honestly. I want to explain to people why I like them and what they're actually able to do, because they are a lot stronger now, and they're not invincible. I mean, like I said, there's still big weaknesses, Kaijus, but I just really enjoy them, and I want to share that, love of Noble Knights with you guys too. So let me know what you guys think. Of course, if you have your own build, let me know maybe what you're trying out differently too. And also, I hope that this video showed you guys, how to play Noble Knights, and maybe even talked about some of their weaknesses too, I guess, if you're going against them as well. So, as always, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to hit that like button if you want to see more deck profiles. It helps out a ton, and it shows you guys want to see more content like this. And, of course, when videos like this do well, it makes me want to make a lot more deck profiles. And I do have have a lot more plans, like Cyverse and Mech Knights and just a ton of things. So hit that like button to show that you want to see more videos like that. Subscribe for more Yu-Gi-Oh videos, openings, and other things too. And of course I will. Catch you guys later. See ya.